Hi everybody, I am Lady Stars and Fire. My real name is Michelle Espinosa, and this is the weekly healing messages, or the weekly reading, however you choose to see it, for June 27th through July 4th. Happy 4th of July to everyone, because I won't be around to tell you it personally other than right now. So happy 4th of July. Now, I always call it the healing messages if you've never seen the videos before, because when I ask for guidance, I ask for help to help move us forward in the most healing, positive ways throughout our life, to give us guidance that will bring us healing as we move forward so that we can have the most healthiest of lives. Now, I have a lot of stuff to go over about astrology, as well as some information that Spirit gave us. The astrology kind of helps the information that Spirit gave me to make it a little bit more understandable. Basically, that's all that it is. And then I come back with the runes and tell you what was also given to me in that way. Before I go any further, right before I came out to do the message, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I don't know if somebody's looking for it as proof. I have no idea. Maybe it has to do with sweetness. All I know is I was told to say cookie dough or cookies, because I'm being given the smell of cookies and possibly the taste or the aroma of cookies, and I'm being told that that taste or that smell is necessary and to say it. Maybe that has to do with sweetness in your life. I don't know. I have no idea why, but it's important that I was told to say it, so there it is. Before I go any further into what Spirit had to say for the week, I don't know if this is necessarily in general, or if it's maybe while Neptune is in retrograde, or if it's this for this week. But I was out earlier today and I was told to write something down. See, I wrote it here on my on my arm, and I've been having it there ever since so I would not lose it. I was told to tell you to take these words and maybe evaluate them together. Maybe it might help you in some situations. Beauty, life, integrity, and joy. They're 4 little simple words, but when you put them all together into whatever it is in your life that you're looking for, maybe that's bringing you into harmony. Maybe that's peace. Maybe that's truth. I don't know. But I was told, again, beauty, life, integrity, and joy. Now, with that being said, for this week, starting off, Sage was speaking, actual Sage, and it was telling me this week you are going to be seeing or evaluating or feeling some family judgments. Also some relationship grief. Maybe you're letting go of the relationship grief. Maybe you're understanding it. Maybe it's intertwining with family judgments. I don't know, but in some form, they're saying it's something that's needing healing. So family judgments and relationship grief. And then I'm being given by Spirit directly protecting energies, powerful lessons, higher consciousness, and using yourself as that channel. As well as I'm being told there's going to be some energy shifts that you might be feeling, like literally dizziness that might come by and feel like it's blowing you down for a moment. And they're saying that's going to happen because they gave it to me a few times right before I came out to do the video, which usually means ground yourself this week. Do not get too in the la 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 without being grounded. It's going to be a good week, and there should be some healing going on and a lot of forward movement, but at that same time, be grounded. Don't let yourself just go out there without being grounded and being realistic about some stuff. Mars is going direct on the 29th. That is Wednesday. Mars is your defense system and has been inwardly looking lately. I had posted something earlier this week saying for the last 2 weeks, you may have been feeling like you're getting that little last smackdown of where you're finding you haven't been defending yourself. And that's because Mars is about to go direct. It's giving you, hey, you didn't get this, basically, memo. You didn't get this memo. You're missing it. You're avoiding it. And so over those last 2 weeks, and maybe up until the 29th, maybe even a few days after that, that may be some of this relationship grief that the sage was saying. Because Mars is your defender. It's your SWAT team. It's your inner SWAT team. So it might be showing you some areas where you're still lacking in that department. And that has to do with learning your lesson as well as letting it go so you can move forward positively. So as Mars goes direct, I've been saying you may be getting that last slap whammy coming at you going, hey, you're still missing this memo. Because until Mars goes retrograde again, he's not going to turn back inward showing you where you're not defending yourself. Now also on the 29th, which is Wednesday, in the middle of the week, Mercury moves into Cancer. Well, Mercury is all about your communication, period. How and whatever it is that is your communicator. Then it moves into Cancer. Cancer is all about new beginnings, all about emotions. It's family oriented. It's all about home. But it can be vulnerable and it can be sensitive. With Cancer, we have that little between we're vulnerable or sensitive, new beginnings and happiness, and that nesting feeling. But we have to watch that we don't kind of just step overboard and turn it into neediness or independent or dependent. Not independent, dependent. So that's fine. You want your Mercury, your communicator, to be all about new beginnings. You want it to be family oriented. You want it to be of your home. You want it to be sensitive. But you want to watch for the vulnerability. You want to watch for becoming dependent in it, as well as needy in it. Now also, we also have the Sun in Cancer right now, and we have Venus in Cancer right now. So the Sun is all about how can I shine while we're in Cancer. And Venus is all about what is it that I love? How can I get what I love? How can I get what I desire? How can I bring this to me? That's your Venus. So you've got Mercury, Sun, and the Venus. Your communicator, everything that makes you shine, for good or bad. Everything that makes you shine and be noticed. As well as your Cancer. Everything that you want, you desire, that you love, that you want to hold on to. Whether it is a lover or an object you're trying to have. You know, such as maybe something you're purchasing or something that you carry close to you that you love. Either way, you're having the Sun, which shines. You have the Venus, which is your love, as well as your communicator, all going into Cancer, which is great for new beginnings. It's great for new relationships of any kind. It's great for your emotions. It's great for that sensitive side. Sensitive, though, can go both ways. Sensitive can be all peaceful, joyful, happy, and blissful, or it can be touchy. I don't really want to discuss that. I don't like this conversation kind of thing. So sensitive can go both ways. It can bring you into that vulnerability. You want to watch, though, that you don't allow yourself to spew off into being dependent on others or an other situation. I can't do this without that. Or being needy at the same time. It's good to be emotional, but you want to watch your vulnerability, that you're not letting Mars, as it's going direct, to turn around and undo anything that you've learned about the defense for you defending yourself at that same time. Because if you can't stand up for you, do you really think others are? I'm sorry, honey, but a lot of times we have to learn to stand up for ourselves, and then we learn how to also help others stand up for themselves. Now, during this week, you may be feeling that energy for these new beginnings or these new projects, new ideas coming, because at the end of the week, on July 4th, we have a new moon. New moons are all about setting the new, starting those new things within our life. So it's perfect timing for that. I'm also being given pinks, purples, turquoises. Turquoise is kind of changing from turquoise to blue and back. And I'm getting them showing me in designs coming this way, which is of a physical nature. So that is going to be your sensitivities. Again, sensitivity can be positive, loving, harmony, joyous. It can be peacefulness. And sensitivity can also go, and the touchy-feely, no, I don't like that, I don't want to talk about that, let's not, no. Feelings. So it can go either way. Purples are all about intuitiveness, idealistics, psychic abilities. It's peacefulness. It can be stored information, and it can be seeking of spirituality. And then I'm also getting those turquoise and the blues, which can be courage. But it can also be neutral energies. It can also be communicative, like communicating. Good for helping others, good for communicating in general, or for that counseling situation, the therapist situation. And it is protective. But I've also been given, for the last few days, they keep showing me like lightning in the sky, which is just, it's a mark of how they talk to me. Some will say, for those who believe in dragons as a totem, they will say that you'll get that glimpse of the lightning from your dragon, so to speak. But others will just say that lightning is a spiritual communication. And it is illumination of intellect and psyche. It is powerful. It is insight. It is creativity. It is your vitality. It is clarity. It is revelation. It is sacred energy. It is inspiration, inner voice. It is also destruction. Because sometimes in order for new to start, destruction has to happen. It is enlightenment, and it is also announcements. Now, before I go, well, I'll come back for that, because I'm going to go over the actual rest of the reading with the runes, and then I have a little bit to say about Neptune also, which may help you understand some of what's also coming your way, especially over the next few months, dealing with Neptune. When I did the runes, the first thing that came out, and this one threw itself in my lap, was Kenez. Kenez is first one that is coming in Rhodonite. So that's all about unconditional love, love of self, love of others, and it's about loss of anxiety. Kenez, though, is the torch, the craft, cunning. It's manifesting of energy. It's your character and your personality. It points to matters of creativity. So you're going to see creativity coming in. Shows your natural ability through your own skills and your own efforts. But you can't have good creativity if you don't have balance. Balance is always important. Your four are always important. Emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. Are you getting your rest? Are you getting your play? Are you having fun? Are you sick? All of this has to do with your four. Emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical. You can't take care of one or two. You have to take care of all four. That is your wholeness. That is balance. Balance is delicate. It is not easy to maintain. But in order to have your highest level of creativities, you got to really work on making sure you're balanced. Now, with that being said, it is Kenez again. It is the symbol of skill. It is of crafts. It is also of sexual practices. It is a fire element. It is your turn on button, your ignition, your start, that go button. It is creativity expressed in form. Controls us through our inspiration, our knowledge, and our capabilities. It is craft skills, craft guides, analysis. It is the forge of our own human endeavors. It is shaping and reshaping of our present. It is transmutation through fire, but because it is a fire element, it can be dealing with what you're creating through fire. But that also means, because of fire, it may deal with your children, because children are of your heart, of your soul. So it may have something to do with your children right now, or it could be sexual situations, such as in relationships, because therefore that also is dealing with your heart. So creativity of some form of what it is that is inspiring you, that you are wishing to create. And it could also deal with your children or possible relationships, sexual relationships, so to speak. And then I'm being sent to, there's 4 of them. And then I'll go back and talk about Neptune. Then we are being given Laguz. It's also coming in Rhodonite. Laguz is water, sea, life force, lake. It is the water, the world of rivers and ocean. It focuses on issues of emotional creativity and spirituality. The healing power of renewal, imagination, and also of psychic matters. Journey over water may be indicated, or a journey into one's deep self. It can show magical power at work, indicate presence of someone who is working with their own magic, their own true selves, their own authenticity. Looking for emotional people, creative people, and sometimes just those people who seem to get their way easily. It is your water, your deep insides. What is important to you? It is your water, your life force, your emotions. It is your actual feeling body. That would also deal with that energy coming in that I said you might be feeling shifts going on. That might be part of the grounding, because it could be your energy and it may be others. We're dealing with emotions here if you're an empath. It's the rites of passage through death and growth, creativity, and your vital power. Your power of your spirit, the layers of your own existence coming from your own unknown. Energies manifesting from your unknown. Testing of evolution through tapping into your own vital forces. Release, surrender, let go. Sorcery, projection, and will of your own psychic power and responsivenesses. Also, then I'm being given Uraz. All of these are coming in unconditional love this week. Love for yourself, love for others, as well as losing of that anxiety. Uraz is the vital seed, the bull, the wild force. It indicates the shaping of events, situations through strength, though. It can show the determined will of a person. Strong connection also with health matters. The presence of a healer may also be indicated through the symbol. It is also your wild force. Your wild force and your ability to connect with the natural world. Your natural wild force. Freedom, energy, action, courage, strength, understanding, wisdom, and tenacity. Primal shaping or patterning. The power of shape and learning how to hold it. The power of shape, events and directions or purposes. The outpouring of that vital strength. Strength that burns away all weaknesses. The will to take that form and to hold it, to grasp it, to create it. A strong stance in action, though. Good with health matters as well. Good with good fortune. It is healing of energy, craft of healing in general. So it may also talk about surgery or something along that line that may deal with actual doctors and healing situations. It is your wildness, your instinctual urges, untamable spirit, and the essence of matter that has yet to be manifested. And lastly, we are being given, which I think has a lot to do with what was written on my arm. Yeah, like it's written there, I swear. Lastly, we are being sent back to Jebo. I'm trying to make sure you can see it. Jebo. That one is coming in, it's Howlite. So therefore it's coming in spiritual awareness. It's coming in spiritual energy, spiritual protection. It is the gift. The gifting price, exchange, and it is also fire. It focuses again on hospitality and generosity, things given and things received. It may indicate someone who is somehow feeling controlled or kept hostage to a situation or to people. Can reveal also someone's special gifts or magical exchange. Now, if you don't understand what I just said, when it's saying it's may feel like it is someone who's feeling stuck, controlled, kept hostage. This is because you're in a position you can't get out of. You're being in a position where you feel like a hostage, like you can't move forward. Something is not being learned. I'm sorry, it happens to me often, and this is how we work through it. We have to acknowledge it. We have to learn when there's something we're missing, which is keeping us from moving forward. And this is why we feel like that hostage. But when we start figuring it out and we start finding the hospitable side within it, the gift within it, it will start to move forward. That can suck, I know, because sometimes that's hard. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what it is you don't know that you can't figure out. But if you keep doing your spiritual growth, you're going to figure it out. You're going to learn it. And then they're going to teach you a new one you're not. But that's how it works. Can reveal again also someone's special gifts or their magical exchange. Just depends on what side of Jebo you're coming from. Symbol shows us where something must be given back for what has been received. Where something is returned for what has been offered. Sacrifice and generosity. It can be considered marriage. The gifting price. Receiving something that is unasked for. A gift as well as its obligations. That also is marriage. You're obligated to do certain things in marriage, to take care of something. Marriage goes both ways. It's not just give and take. I mean, give and give. It's give and take. A gift and its obligations again. Hospitality or hostage. That's what I'm trying to get at. Taken and given, shared energy. Serene ecstasy it can also be. It can also be again of sexual magic because it's a fire element. It's sexual magic or magical exchange sexually somehow. The honoring of contracts, one's given word, receiving graciously, given and receiving as divine principles. Remember, life itself is a gift, period. The ability, the chance to be alive, with all of its ups and downs, is a gift. Beauty, what they gave me earlier, beauty, life, integrity, joy. What does that mean to you? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of information on Neptune, because that was for the week. Neptune, though, is going to be in retrograde. It has been in retrograde, I think, for like a week, maybe two. I'm not 100% positive. I didn't double check it on the calendar, but I know it's going to be in retrograde until September. So we're good into retrograde now. We're starting to feel Neptune's retrograde, and as we're in retrograde all the way up through September, you're going to start seeing truths of your life, truths around you, truths in your life as to yourself and what is going on in your life in general. You're going to start seeing these more clearly. Reality of them is going to be truly showing themselves more to you. No longer able to settle. You're going to find that you're not able to settle for what you settled for before. It's not good enough anymore. Now you need to make it right. You're going to find that settling just is not acceptable. It is time to put your foot down and correct these things. What is really important to you? They're going to be becoming more and more known, more conscious into your awareness. What it is that's important to you. What it is that you're not willing to settle about. What it is that those truths are. And the reality. Period. That has something to do with Neptune being in retrograde. This is why I'm explaining it. You're going to find those illusions are breaking. The truths are coming out. Conscious thinking and planning are able to start truly moving you forward because of these truths that you're seeing. You're also, when we're in Neptune is all about, it is our magic within ourselves. Neptune is also our dream escape. It is a great place for us to connect with spiritual energy and our psychic energy. But it is also a great place to connect with, where can I get lost and not deal with the truth? Where can dream world start to meet real world? And that's why it's great during this time to do meditations, prayers, things of a healthy nature. At least if you're having an addictive nature, make sure those addictive natures are healthy. This is not the time for drugs and alcohol and allowing yourself to disappear into another world, because it will take you in a bad way if you do. It is not that time. Not through September. Not while Neptune is in retrograde. I tell you, I beg you, please take care of you. It is all about conscious thinking, planning, truth, clarity, reality. No longer being able to settle for what was never acceptable, but you chose to let it be. It's time to make it true. I'm not settling for what's not acceptable anymore. What is really important? How can I create that? You're going to find your heightened psychic abilities and intuitions right now. Prioritize in your life. You're also going to find your sensitivities from now until September are going to heighten. Period. That is Neptune being in retrograde. Your whole sensitivity level of your body itself is going to start being more sensitive. This also means Neptune in your body itself, isn't just about your sensitivities or your psychic abilities. It's also your bodily fluids. So it might be cleaning out some areas that are blocked up. Let's face it, you may be feeling it in some areas you don't really want to, because we are also talking about bodily fluids. That might help you understand some stuff. Maybe you're not sick. Maybe it's just chakras being cleansed out because of Neptune. Anyway, I love you so much. Hugs and kisses, and I will see you next week. Bye!